What's going on, everybody? So we got to talk about Bitcoin. I know you guys see the drop and the whole crypto market, and especially Bitcoin. These are actually good areas. We talked about this inside of the last video about Bitcoin and about crypto market that I made. So we just got to talk about it again, talk about where we're about to go next. Everything that I predicted actually happened exactly like I mentioned it was going to happen. So keep that in mind when we talk about this next movement inside of Bitcoin. Anyways, remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Let's get straight into it. So, as you can see right here with the prices, we are at 88K Bitcoin. Watch the last video that I made about Bitcoin. I actually mentioned how it would be dropping back down here to 86,000. That's why I have these two support lines here. So that was a very, very, very important part of the video because, this it's very, very easy to track your support lines. Really, you just really want to go back and you want to look at where your previous resistance was because we've never been this high. So we can't look at it as like, hey, when was the last support that we had? No, because we've never been this high. So this was going to be our resistance. Where did we have resistance at previously? Well, we had it right over here at 86K. And then when we pulled back, we actually had good support and it stopped us from going down. So that is what makes $86,000 so great of a support. So that's what we got right now for that. And as you can see here, we have another line here. And actually, we've pulled back down to this line at 90K a lot. And 90K was a resistance here. And then it was used as support here, used as support here, again here, and right here. And yeah, again here. So you can see 90K is good support, but we broke 90K. We finally broke it here. But, we stopped at 90K so many times before it finally decided it could no longer do it. So we've been doing this since November. So it could no longer do it, right? But we also had good resistance at 108K. So that's a good area for resistance. But what we want to look at now is where are we going to next inside of Bitcoin? So I know people don't want to hear this, but I mentioned this in my previous video as well. If we break 86K, there is little to no support going from 86K all the way down to 74K. Little to no support from 86K to 74K. Little to no support. The only area that you could quite possibly see a support for would possibly be around like 76K when we get closer to 74. But then obviously it's going to hit 74 eventually. And 74K was such a significant resistance barrier for us when we first hit it inside of March of 2024. A very, very significant resistance barrier for us. And when we finally passed it, everything just started to click for us inside of Bitcoin. So I remember also mentioning, like, previously before we even broke out here, hey, look, we're going to almost immediately get all the way up here to like 118K, 120K after we break this resistance. Well, we almost did. We got up to 108K, almost hit 118, and then we pulled back. We still have to hit 118K. We're still bullish inside of Bitcoin. I want everybody to know that we are still bullish here. It's all about patience. So what we're going to end up seeing here next, if we do not break this, right, we're going to end up going up if we do not break it. But me personally, I believe we're going to break this 86K support. So I would honestly say get ready. I think we're going to break it. Now, how soon? I don't know because we have been going down inside of the market recently. There's a possibility that we go down a little bit more. There's always that possibility. But like what I'm seeing right now, like 74K is looking like that support. Like it doesn't look like it's going to go down below 74K for a while. So I do think we're going to break this 86K support and eventually get down to 74K. So I would definitely say prepare for 74K. A lot of people are probably like, hey, we're going to go up, buy the dip, buy the dip. That's true. You buy the dip, but you buy it at the correct level. This is a good area to buy, by the way, because people were buying at 108K. So why would you not buy at 86K? Right? You're really supposed to buy all the way on the way down. But I do see us going down to 74K eventually. Now, there's that possibility that we do not break this support. In that case, in that scenario, if we don't break that support, then what we're going to end up seeing here is us trying to break past this level here again, 90K. And if we can actually break past 90K and go up further, we could get back up to 108K, try to pass it. If we could pass that, it'll be 118K from there, 120K. That's what we would be seeing if we were able to pass this. But personally, I'm saying I believe we're going to go down a little bit lower, right? I believe we are going down lower. And there's actually something on X that people were talking about. And what was trending on X was buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip. Like people just kept saying that repeatedly over and over again on X. That's all I was seeing, and I made a video about it earlier. But see, the problem with buying the dip is you might end up buying it at a time where like you could have bought it at an even cheaper price. So that's why I'm saying maybe wait a little bit before you buy the dip. That's why a lot of people are actually upset about what's happening inside of the market because they bought too many dips. They bought too many. Like there comes a point where you buy way too many dips to the point where you just can't buy anymore because you don't have any more money. This right here is one of the most realest things I've ever seen. So I feel like we're at this bear trap phase where if it goes down any lower, people are going to be extremely scared if they see it going down to 74K. I believe that bear trap phase isn't until we reach 74K though. So I think that 74K area is going to be the actual bear trap phase. Because look, we haven't even went down that much. If you think about it, it's not even really that bad. Like it's really not. So I do believe that we have the potential to go down a little bit more, stopping at like 74K. If you actually think about it, previously we went from all the way up here at 74K all the way down here to like all the way down to 49K. So I think we could do something similar, but right now at this point we're from 108K down to 88K, but we have not hit the Fibonacci retracement yet. We have to remember the Fibonacci support. There's a reason why these exist, right? There's a reason why levels like these exist. This is a significant area. This area back here wasn't as significant. Like it was only from 37K to about 45K. It wasn't as significant. This area here was only 45K all the way up to about 57K. It wasn't as significant. But right now, we are at a significant level. Where was the last significant level we were at? Back here. All the way from 18K to about 28K. That was actually a pretty significant level. That's why it took us so long to actually like break out of that again. But yeah, this is gonna be for the books, right? But our bull market technically started inside of the end of 2022 going into 2023. That's the beginning of the bull market. From so the beginning of 2023 here all the way up until now, we've really been in a bull market. Let's not act like we have not been in a bull market since 2023. Like 2023 came in, we went from 18K Bitcoin, 17K Bitcoin, all the way up to here at the end of that year, we went all the way up to about 35K Bitcoin. So from 18K to 35K. And then for 2024, we went from 35K all the way up to pretty much where we're at now. Like that's actually crazy. Like in 2024, like all of that all the way up to 108K like in 1 year. So that's kind of crazy. 35K all the way up to 108K in 2024. So 2025, it's not too far fetched to say that we pull back down to 74K and then we keep making our way up. So I think we're going to pull back to 74K, do a little bit of sideways movement until boom, it gets back up to 88K, just breaks past it, breaks past everything, goes up to 120K, and then eventually like 190. Me personally, I've already made a video about this. I personally believe we're going to get to the top of this, right? We're gonna do some crazy numbers of this run. We're going to get to the top. Like this Fibonacci is probably going to end up getting out to at the most 300K, right? At the most 300. But on average, I do think that we can actually get to 200K after we break past 120K. So that's the next level. This is a pullback phase. Literally, that's all it is. This is the bear trap phase, the pullback phase. And then the euphoria phase goes anywhere from 200K to 300K, anywhere from 200 to 300K. So this is not a big deal. Yes, we're down inside of Bitcoin, but it's not a big deal. It's not as bad as it seems. You just got to really be patient, and that's all it is. All it takes is patience. But yeah, this is all I got for you all today. I'm gonna keep at it. I'm gonna keep buying the dips for the crypto market. And hey, eventually we're gonna be up there. This is all I got for you all. Hit the like button and subscribe. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what exactly you guys think about this. Do you think this is extremely bullish for us? What do you think? Anyways, I will be back with another video.